I would like to speak on something of great importance, and that is what causes people to become interested in wanting to learn about something new or develop a new hobby. And that includes various acquired interests, such as those in different sports or hiking or just various things that people, are not born being interested in. Now, one of my theories was that when you have information about that particular thing presented in a way that is relatable, or otherwise seen as not far reaching, then you'll be more likely to have someone try to learn it. So, for example, if you have a person that wants to learn about the history of, I don't know, baseball, you probably would talk about the first times people played the sport, maybe when the league started up, and how it is in the current era. A few notable players here and there, but you're not going to tell them here. Name every player of every single team of every different era. You wouldn't do that. No one who's trying to summarize something would do that. No one who's trying to get to the point of the thing this person wants to learn about is going to reasonably look to them and say, learn about all of these different people. Just as if I were someone who was trying to get people into politics, I'm going to say, hey, look, these are the presidents that matter the most. These are the senators that mattered the most. Here's I guess, the couple of governors that were very significant. I'm not going to start listing and saying, hey, you know what? You'll be able to name every president, every governor, No, it's those types of things are where I could see someone losing interest, even if I'm a person who maybe, for the sake of being a completionist, might want to skim over all of those different people. I understand that the average moderate person who's getting involved in this for the first time isn't seeking out such an extended pool of information. So when you have that in mind, you try to find ways of shortcutting it. Oh, here's a summarized version of this. Here's an abridged version of that. But even sometimes that might not work. I could make a 2-minute video explaining the Gulf War, and that would get 10 views versus me speaking about some recent experience I've had with a relationship where that would probably get, 90 or 80. Um, and if that were the length of whether 30 minutes, an hour, 10, it would get a more sizable audience just for the fact it's a topic spoken about um, with greater interest by those who I'd consider my viewing base, if you can call it that. That's not to insult them, but it is to suggest I'm familiar with the patterns that have developed on this channel. Um, and that's kind of where I've had to do this balancing act. I want to speak about this and come back in an hour and go, oh man, only 5 people check this out, or I don't want to talk about this and get the whole group to show up and turn out. So it's really based on this theory I have, or this belief system, where if people have a basic interest in learning, that still has to come with some prior just thing where they think to themselves, well, does this matter? Is this important? Should I care about this? Some people will be more likely to care about what I have to say on relationships than they will history. It's just, it is what it is. And I don't know what causes it, but it's definitely something to think about. So hopefully this was a short little way of delving into psychology, I guess. Thank you.